Hi, this is Marie Lundi with Keller Williams. And so making the decision to declutter your home can often seem like a daunting decision. But the hardest part, the biggest obstacle is really getting started, right? And so today I'm here to share a few tips on how to make the process as easy as possible. And so the first tip is to have the end goal in mind. Figure out ahead of time if you're trying to declutter a specific room, if you're looking to declutter the entire house, if you're just decluttering what is visible, when people come through your home. So really understand what the end goal is definitely the very first place you want to start before doing anything. And so once you have the end goal in mind, my recommendation is that you start with an easy project. In other words, instead of starting with a large room, go ahead and start with a smaller room where you can start having some wins, right? And you could start seeing progress, and that will motivate you to move forward. And so for items that you're looking to either donate or sell, keep in mind that there are many charitable organizations that would be more than happy to take certain items. So of course, the few that come to mind would be the Salvation Army, Goodwill as an example. But you also have some of the local schools or libraries that may be more than happy to accept some of the books that you have, right? You may also have some animal shelters in your community that would love to get some of your lightly used linens and pillows, right? And so there are a number of options when it comes to donating some of your items. And so the next tip is to have a system in place as you are tackling your decluttering project. So what I like to recommend to my clients is to have various categories. For example, you may have a category of all the items that you want to keep. The next category is anything that you may want to donate or sell. And then lastly, any items that you definitely want to throw out. So as an example, you may want to use Post-its, notes, and as you're going through a room, let's say that you use the green Post-its for any item that you definitely want to keep, and the yellow Post-its you may use on items that you may want to donate or sell. And lastly, you may use the, let's say, red Post-its for any item that you definitely want to get rid of. Right? Another technique would be to have boxes, right? For example, any items that you want to keep, you put it in one particular box, then you have a box for any items that you want to donate or possibly sell. And lastly, you have maybe a box or even better, a garbage bag for anything that you definitely want to get rid of. And so there are a number of options when it comes to donating some of the items that you want to part with. One tip there is definitely plan ahead. A lot of the charitable organizations are, some of them are backed up, right? Especially if they have to pick up the items at your home. You definitely want to reach out to them at least, I want to say, a good 2 months or a month ahead of time, just to get on their calendar. And once again, especially if they're coming out to your home to pick up the item. Now, as far as selling some of your items, you can go the traditional way of doing a garage sale. As of late, however, I am seeing a lot of my neighbors and clients and people in my community selling their items online. And so you may have certain Facebook groups in your community that swap. This is the term that they use. They swap or sell properties within members of a community. So definitely go on Facebook and do a search on the city that's nearest you and see what groups may be doing this swapping of items. The last tip is to make it fun. Right? And so decluttering is not at the top of most people's list, and it can be a daunting task. But if you associate that with something that you love to do, that is fun, then it makes the whole task a little bit easier. So one of my tips is, as you are decluttering your home or a particular room, feel free to turn on the music, make some lemonade, affiliate the whole task with something that is fun. You may want to do it with someone or people in your family, right? And just make a whole party out of it, right? And so these were the tips that I've had regarding decluttering your home. Hopefully it helps you make the process a little bit easier. And of course, if you would like to discuss this further, please don't hesitate to contact me. Once again, this is Marie Lundi, here to help.